Have you ever reflected on yourself enough to do your own child rescue? Have you sat with someone and talked about it, going back in your history, finding yourself in your childhood position to where you're saying, I want out of this? This isn't me. Who am I? What's going on? Why am I still carrying the fear? Why do things still go wrong when I'm so self-aware? It's because nobody really knows enough about another. You always run on assumptions of your own navigation. That's why we don't anticipate the torture, the disruption, or the pain coming, because we are intentionally going forward with intentions of being loved, having enough to give, and then expanding on that. And you people that have so much fear, so much distortion in your mental design of what is due to you and when, is completely distorted down to using our government to drug enough of the population to get herd mentality. Yeah, well, we just have to go with this because this is the emerging need. This is the social distortion. And you're seeing it with these people in government positions that never wanted family, never wanted equality. Because as soon as we are all given an equal footing, it doesn't matter your race or gender or age, you have enough information, knowledge, and power to be self-sufficient and successful. And you will be out from under the man's thumb. But now it's a woman squeezing you like an anaconda. The budget's completely ruined, and you're all suffocating under the pressure. It's a giant muscle you got to take down, and you're not willing to flex it yet. We are. We believe in corporal punishment. We do it to ourselves. We'll isolate ourselves until we've figured out our own budget. I can't afford to say that. I can't afford to act like that. I can't afford to do that to another human. I need to be out and about on my way and not disruptive. And when I come home, I should be able to rest on what I left there and what's waiting for me. I shouldn't have to be under lock and key. I shouldn't have a device that hides everything from everyone. You should be able to tell yourself, no, that's not for me. Oh, it's sitting there, but it's not for me. It shouldn't have to be tagged, shouldn't have to have a ring on it. If I give my word, that should have been enough for the man to arrive. But you have orchestrated it so that everyone else is just as disgusted as you because you couldn't hold on to it. So you want no one else satisfied with what you threw away. That's why I don't bother with my exes. My exes are no longer my problem. They're someone else's. And if I'm not looking for it to come back around, why should I be worried about it? If the system doesn't take care of my complaint, doesn't take the legal process as an emergent need to address, how is it my problem that it continues? How is it my doing or want that that behavior floats around in the community? It's not mine. I've done the reporting. I've done the screaming, I've done the paperwork, and I've done the face-to-face to say, enough already. And you people just keep going. You've missed your milestones. You fucked up your own schedule. And stop assuming I'm gonna arrive and feed and fill your table and then wipe it clean so you can sit there and wait and bark orders again. Never gonna happen. Born and raised, 100% American attitude. You won't wipe it from me and you won't remove it from the country. This is how we will raise strength. And there are a number of us that don't need your infections or your shots at stardom. We're not interested in fucking the entire population. You want our blood? Marry in, raise our children, and feed them well, and then we'll travel with you. But until then, stop kidnapping culture and thinking it's gonna perform for you, because we dig in and say, hell no, we won't go. You'll get us kicking and screaming, and you will never be satisfied. Your 77 versions of new beginning. There are no versions of virgins because all you fathers think you can put your fingers on the babies. Leave us alone. The father does not ruin the children and wait for the population to bring it up. Keep your hands off the children. Do not fondle them. Do not enjoy them for others. Do not teach them to satisfy the child's vessel for your own well-being. I don't know what's going on in the building, but I feel like there's something definitely not calculated for a general population. But it's coming out into the areas, isn't it? And it's making the pedophiles satisfied. We've got one. We've got a new one in the area. And there's more than one here. There's more than one. Are you here legally? Probably not. Probably not. There are some here. Very good people that have all their paperwork in line and should be here. But when you are here doing things the wrong way, floating up the coast, sitting on public service, and then pulling a child in, how does that work? How does that work? How was that child acquired? We want to know. This is what we're looking at in the community that does not make sense when it comes to child rearing. Did they try and get them out because they knew what they were going to do? Is this their somehow special accommodation in a setting that was never meant for children? It bothers me to no end. Look what they've done to me as an adult, a self-sufficient adult. And that child is being raised in this building. Do you think you're doing a community project? You're not. It's like a little bait boy is what I'm seeing. They don't even speak English. They're not interested in it. Not really. No. They smile. They're quiet. They're polite. But they know how to use the system. This is what I'm seeing. Shame on me for my attitude, but this is what it looks like. This is what we see when it doesn't fit the situation. Ultimately, that child is not getting socialized. It's getting groomed. It doesn't have a perspective of reality. It doesn't have a perspective of its peer group. It has a bunch of hovering adults that aren't satisfied with themselves and want to live vicariously through that little thing. If people manage their way into a sleeping adult's apartment, which was the complaint I heard from Mary Maloney at the grocery store. Somehow they drugged me. 2 people came into my apartment unknowingly. One of them held my legs up and the other one raped me. And it wasn't until I went to the doctor that the doctor told me I had been drugged. That is the story I heard from Mary Maloney. And when I mentioned it to Nancy Bean, she rolled her eyes and said, "Oh, it's always something." We were down in the coffee era when I reiterated that, and it was a while later. It wasn't immediately, because I was wondering, what the F? I know this woman. It's been over a month, and she never said a word to me as we passed each other. Never said a word. Is this a ruse? She off a rocker? Is this real? And that's where that stood. And those people are across the hall from her, and Mary was concerned about Eric Coleman coming and going from their apartment. It bothered her to no end. I think she did wrong by me, but I know what little I heard. There's your read. There's your local read. I could put it into cards and I could obscure it, but why bother? It's what I know, and I'm still questioning everything. And there's so much more. It's a building of 100 people. And it's a larger community, and they all know about it. They all watch it across the bay, up in Gorham and Wyndham, where my brothers sit. They all know. The entire family knows what has gone on here. Remember, it's a small world, you know. Situation word travels. People have been watching me silently. The men on AFF. When the fuck is she coming out of this? What the hell happened to her? Because we know how bad it was before she went silent online. And now she won't even come back out in public. Why? Well, I'm being told don't disclose your location. And I'm not even convinced the location they gave me is the one I'm going to. And I might not even have any of my things when I go. And this is my reality. But you people are begging and pleading. Where are you going? What are you doing? Show us, show us. You're not going to. And that's the reality I'm facing. You want to talk to me? Go through the police department, please. Otherwise, I'm not disclosing. I'll confuse you, and you'll never know.